Professor used the evolution theory from the viewpoint of Christianity, the thorough analysis of the descent or origin of man. Lecture 6, Chapter 3, Comparison of the mental powers of man and the lower animals, continued. Man and the higher animals, especially the primates, have some few instincts in common. All have the same senses, intuitions, and sensations, similar passions, affections, and emotions, even the more complex ones such as jealousy, suspicion, emulation, gratitude, and magnanimity. Though in very different degrees, they possess the same faculties of imitation, attention, deliberation, choice, memory, imagination, the association of ideas, and reason. It has been asserted that man alone is capable of progressive improvement, that he alone makes use of tools and fire, and that no animal has the power of abstraction. They say that man alone employs language, has a sense of beauty, and believes in God, that he is capable of incomparably greater and more rapid improvement than is any other animal, admits of no dispute, and this is mainly due to his powers of speaking and handing down his acquired knowledge. But we can search out tons of instances that animal is capable of progressive improvement and make use of tools. Everyone who has had any experience in setting traps knows that young animals can be caught much more easily than old ones. It is impossible to catch many in the same place and in the same kind of trap, or to destroy them by the same poison. They must learn caution by seeing their brethren caught or poisoned. When telegraphs are first set up in any district, many birds kill themselves by flying against the wires, but that in the course of a very few years they learn to avoid this danger by seeing their comrades killed. This caution is certainly in chief part an inherited habit or instinct, but in part the result of individual experience. To maintain that no animal during the course of ages has progressed in intellect or other mental faculties is to beg the questions of the evolution of species. It falls under the same category to assert that no animal uses any tool. The chimpanzee, in a state of nature, cracks a native fruit, somewhat like a walnut, with a stone. A monkey, to be taught to open the lid of a large box with a stick, afterwards use the sticks as a lever to move heavy bodies. The tamed elephants in India are well known to break off branches of trees and use them to drive away the flies. This same act has been observed in an elephant in a state of nature. In these several cases, stones and sticks were employed as implements. In the zoological gardens, a monkey which had weak teeth used to break open nuts with a stone, and after using the stone, he hid it in the straw not to let any other monkey touch it. Here, then, we have the idea of property, and this idea is common to every dog with a bone and to most or all birds with their nests. Language has justly been considered as one of the chief distinctions between man and the lower animals. But man is not the only animal that can make use of language. In Paraguay, the cebus agere, when excited, utter at least 6 distinct sounds, which excite in other monkeys similar emotion. It is a more remarkable fact that the dog, since being domesticated, has learned to bark in at least 4 or 5 tones. Though the habitual use of articulate language is peculiar to man, it is not the mere articulation which is our distinguishing character, for parrots and other birds possess this power. The lower animals differ from man solely in his almost infinitely larger power of associating together the most diversified sounds and ideas, and this obviously depends on the high development of his mental powers. It certainly is not a true instinct, for every language has to be learnt. First essays of the bird show hardly a rudiment of the future song, but as they grow older we can perceive what they are aiming at, and at last they are said to sing their song round. The continued use and advancement of this power would have reacted on the mind itself. The survival or preservation of certain favored words in the struggle for existence is natural selection. Therefore, nor does the faculty of articulate speech in itself offer any insuperable objection to the belief that man has been developed from some lower forms. Sense of beauty has been declared to be peculiar to man. When we behold a male bird elaborately displaying his graceful plumes or splendid colors before the female, it is impossible to doubt that she admires the beauty of her male partner. With the great majority of animals, the taste for the beautiful is confined to the attractions of the opposite sex. If female birds had been incapable of appreciating the beautiful colors, the ornaments, and the voice of their male partners, all the labor and anxiety exhibited by the latter in displaying their charms before the females would have been thrown away. Man and many of the lower animals are alike pleased by the same colors, graceful shadings, and the same sounds. At least, as far as female beauty is concerned, the taste for the beautiful differs widely in the different races of man, and is not quite the same even in the different nations of the same race. Consequently, sense of beauty is not of a special nature in the human mind. Lectures on Chapter 3 end here. Shalom.